In this video, I'm gonna explain everything about toboggan walker, the differences between quality and non-quality, the hard points, that what is the difference between different rigs, tier 2 and 3, and the farming setup for toboggan walker. Hello everyone, Darkat here with last Oasis season 5 tutorial series. In this video we are covering toboggan walker. So in this video we're gonna explain everything about toboggan walker, the differences between quality stuff and non-quality stuff, the hard points and all kind of rigs. So let's get to it. Before we started, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you put a like on the video, it will help me a lot. Okay, at the start, the left one is the normal setup, the second one is the tier 2, and the third one is tier 3 rig, and the last one is the farming setup for toboggan that I'm gonna explain at the end of the video after all this PvP setup. So make sure if you also want to know the farm setup for toboggan, stay with me till the end of the video so you can also watch that. So for the start, we're gonna start with the normal setup for toboggan walker, that how you're gonna set up your toboggan for a war. So you're gonna have 4 medium hard points that you're gonna use one of them for the steering leaves, and you're gonna use 3 for these repeaters, because now meta these days in season 5 is the darts and how walkers getting 0 so fast. So I rather to use this medium hard points as a repeater, and you're gonna use the small ones for the scatter shot, and you're gonna separate the right side and left side as a right side as secondary and left side as a primary, and you're gonna shoot in the different sides. So far in this stage of the game that is only medium tiles, you can only use this setup without any rigs. You cannot have or find any rig tier 2 or tier 3 in any medium map, so you need to wait if you want to use the other setups that I'm gonna explain now in the hard maps. So at the start in the medium maps, you need to only use this setup as a normal toboggan walker. So now we're gonna explain the difference between quality toboggan and non-quality toboggan. So is it worth to farm quality or just make it normal? So the answer is the quality walker have 88,000 HP and the non-quality have 43,000. So it's exactly double amount of HP on the body walker, and on the leg you have 7,200 HP, and on the non-quality you have 2,000, almost 3,000 HP. So it's even triple HP on the leg. So now we're gonna talk about the wing. On the normal wing have 7,000, and we're gonna check the quality normal wing is 18,000. So it's huge difference on HP. That the wing is very important, because now these days walkers don't have torque, so you need to have wings to be able to move. Some people ask, is it the difference between different kind of wings? Yes, it's a difference, it's the HP and the speed. So the medium wings have 5,000 on legendary, and they have on the non-legendary have almost 2,000 HP on the non-legendary. And the medium, the only difference between small wings and the big wings is the speed change that makes your walker a little bit more speed, but it's not worse since it have really low on HP. So we're jumping on the next layout on the Rig tier 2 setup on the walker. So what is the difference between Rig tier 2 and the normal toboggan? That you have a little bit more hard points. For example, you can see the difference between these ones and the normal ones. You have 3 scatter shot in the middle, you have 3 scatter shot between 2 repeaters, but the normal one you have 1 repeater between 3 scatter shots. So you have more dart power on this Rig tier 2, and you have exactly the same amount of repeater in the middle, but the difference is here you can have 3 ammo boxes here at the end, but that normal one have only 1 ammo box. And another difference is you can have a box here between the ammo box and the driver cage, that the other one don't. You have no space to put a chest for depoting. So it's also, you may ask why I'm using a small box here. It's only because in test server that I'm testing stuff, they didn't put the medium box, so you may need to use there a medium box, not a small box. So it's just because I cannot put medium box, I put a small box. I also have another videos about the hard points and different rigs on different walkers, on dinghies, stilettos and mollusk. If you didn't check them, make sure you check them out here and don't miss them. Okay, we are here on the rig tier 3 on the toboggan, that it's adding large hard points to the walker, and it gives you massive amount of advantage, and it makes your toboggan walker a warship. So we're gonna talk about the back side of the walker. Is exactly the same. You have driver cage, you have a medium box and 3 ammo box and 2 repeater here, but the difference here, look how much gunpowder you have at the nose of the toboggan. You have 3 repeater here and 3 scatter shot at the nose of your toboggan. So imagine you combine this with all these spinners. You have 1 2 3 4, you have also 5 spinner in each side. So let's think about this. You combine 5 spinner with 4 repeater and 2 scatter in the same time. So imagine how much gunpowder you're gonna have as a rig tier 3 on your toboggan. So I'm gonna test the rig tier 3 on the toboggan, and we're gonna check how much gunpowder you're gonna have on the toboggan. So you can check the gunpowder on the toboggan. Look, it's how many repeaters shooting, how many scatter shot shooting. You have a crazy amount of gunpowder. So we're gonna now start shooting to this mollusk wing, and let's see how fast we're gonna destroy this mollusk wing. So you can check the damage and the gunpowder, how fast this wings is going down. So you have a crazy amount of gunpowder on this rig tier 3 on this turbo, that this can help you a lot for like farming the bosses, because in the in the new hard maps they're gonna have a crawler boss that is very hard boss to kill, and you're gonna have the crab with a lot of guns on it. So you need to prepare this kind of heavy battleship warp walkers to be able to kill them. Okay, now we are in the last setup for toboggan that I promised you at the start of the video, that we're gonna talk about for people who want to farm with the toboggan. As you know, the toboggan is a farm walker also, since the cargo can have 1000 capacity for items. So we're gonna talk about the hard points. We're using the simple hard points for toboggan walker. I didn't apply any rigs on the toboggan. So you're gonna have the driver like the same. At the back you're gonna have 1 ammo box only. You're gonna have this you can either use medium boxes here, or if you want to craft on the way, that I highly recommend to have one of each legendary station here to craft on the way when you're farming wood, stone, fiber. Then later they're gonna also add modules that you can farm wood, fiber, stone with modules and stuff, so you can craft ammo and stuff on the way. Highly recommend to have these stations here. You're gonna have 3 small chests here for depot some stuff, and you're gonna have a stomping station to stomp apple, stomp I don't know anything on the way that you get from Rupu camps, to get a lot of water on the way. And I'm gonna explain that you need to upgrade this on the tier 2. That is normal, you need bone, fiber, wood, stone for upgrade to everything to tier 2 on turbo. And how much space it's gonna give you, you're gonna have 40 amount of gear set in the gear, and you can 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8,000 capacity on the cargo. So imagine you are farming a stone, you can put only 8,000 stone on the cargo, or you can even stack a lot of tools in this cargo on the toboggan. So you have also 400 button capacity, that is be around 80 spawn point on this walker. So it's quite useful and crazy. You can also have your like 5 spinners in each side to just defend yourself against camps and people.